Good morning everybody, welcome back to the Tricky Brickys, your daily brickwork show where we tackle all different elements of the brickwork game. And today I'm starting a brand new extension job, so if you like that sort of thing, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, because you might be interested to follow this journey as we go from start to end of this extension. Happy days. This is the job. We've got an extension here. It's coming off the back of this house. We have got a window coming in here, matching the house there, but replicating it here. Then we've got some bifold doors coming in, and then another window up this end. This wall is going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to have to take these fence panels out so we can access this side, so I can get this brickwork in. Block and beam floor as standard. Periscopes going in to get air ventilation underneath the floor. We're going to have a little look at the drawing, have a good look around on the drawing and see where everything's going. But basically what we've got here is this. So we've got a study going this end. This is going to be a big kitchen with bifold doors in it. Already the size of the bifold doors has changed from 2.4 to 3 meters. Which we've got there. So yeah, lovely old job. Loads of bricks around here already. Big stacks of bricks, massive stack of blocks. Sand is being delivered this morning. So yeah, first thing I'm going to be doing is getting some fur fixes up on this cheek here. Get the fur fixes set up. I'm going to get a profile set up here, a profile set up down the far end. Then I can pull my line around this profile along there, so then it all pulls through nice and square. So I'm going to start on this flank here, get this one done, brickwork first, then go on the inside and do the block work. Also we've got cavity bats going in, so it'll be insulated as we go. So I'm going to build the brickwork, then insulation, then push up with the block work. Keep it nice and warm and snug and tidy. So without further ado, let's get some fur fixes on the wall. Here is a stack of all of these starter kits. We call them starter kits or fur fixes. These go on the wall, and I'll show you how I do them in a second. Absolutely typical. First day on the job, it's absolutely pouring down with rain. Oh dear. But I'm not stopping. So I'm going to go and get myself my Blake profile and then get that set up. Then get some brickwork down, hopefully when this rain stops, but that's going to give me 20 minutes to go and get that, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. Not the greatest start to a new job, but I'm still smiling. There's no point in getting all aggy about it. It is what it is. Sometimes the weather's not with you, but it's what you do in these times that make the job a good job. So what we could do is, when it's raining, because I can't actually lay, I'm going to get myself prepared as much as I can in all different sort of aspects of this job. So I'm going to get loads of bricks bumped out where they need to be, have a good look at the drawings, make sure there's nothing on there which is going to cause any problems later on, or get familiar with the drawing. Yeah, so that's one part of what you can do while it's raining. Also now I'm going to go and get myself the Blake profile. There's some 450 damp which is needed on the job, which we haven't got, so I can run around and get all of these sort of things sorted out so that it saves me time later on. So that's the plan for the next sort of hour, I would have thought. That's what the forecast is saying, about an hour until the rain stops, so we can get a load of bits and bobs like that sorted out. It puts me in good stead for later on. Haha. Right, here we go. I've got first course on through there on my 4-inch damp. These are your tabs that come on the fur fix. You bend them, twist them up and down. Eventually they're only held on by a tiny little bit of metal, so they snap off, and you can move them up and down this track. You sit them in the bed. Normally I like to put muck underneath them first, then it squishes right the way through, and when you push the brick down they stay secure exactly how they should be, which is good. Another little thing that I want to mention before we start, we're going to have a step gauge in this. It's been built, and over the first 6 courses we've almost got a 30mm bump in it. and there's no way that we're going to maintain that all right the way through the build, because obviously, as we all know, the brick's a stronger part than the muck. I'm going to end up with a 30mm, it's 15mm beds basically. And I'm not going to be building anything with 15mm beds because it's going to look an absolute eyesore. The bricks on the house are imperial, and we've got metric bricks on the outside, so they're like 68-70mm on the house, and we've got 65mm bricks on the outside. So as we should do, should be correct, 65mm of brick, 10mm of bed, makes 75mm gauge. So we'll run that up, and it coincides with the drawing that's been done, because the drawing's in metric and not in imperial. So we'll build it as we should. Happy days. Now a quick chat about wall ties. I set my wall ties out at 675mm in between each one, so that's the same length as 3 bricks. Some people do them at 900, some people do them less than that, depending on what site you're on and what their rules are. But I always find that 675 is a good amount of wall ties between the wall. It keeps it strong, and it's exactly, well, it's the way I was taught to always set them out. When I was at college, was to do them at 675, so that's the way I always do them. Also, now up the corners, you normally do wall ties every 6 courses throughout a flank. Every time you do one up a reveal, it's every 3 courses of bricks up a reveal, and a reveal is a window or a door where a wall comes to an end and a window adjoins it. You normally have more there. Now what I normally do is on the corners of the build, which is the strongest part of the build, I like to make it even stronger, so I put them in every 3 courses up the corners as well, so it makes it extra strong. There we go, got a few courses in there now. Lovely. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to attack this flank later on. Now it is right on the fence this side, I'll show you. Ooh. I haven't got much room down there at all, and I was talking about taking these fences out and doing it from one side to the other, but we've still got gravel boards in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to overhand this side. I'm going to run this flank in overhand, then I'm on the nice floor. We'll get these cut in, these cuts here, get them in there, and then we've got a nice level playing field. I won't be up and down, up and down. Nothing worse than working like that all day long and twisting. It's no good for your back, and eventually you'll end up with sciatica and stuff like that. So I'm going to do this one overhand, and when we get to the height, top of fence height, obviously we'll have to have a scaffold go in there anyway, so that'll probably be the better bet. Then I can work the other side of the wall once the scaffold's up, and I won't have that silly bit where I've got to try and work in that narrow section there with all this stuff in the way, all this bush and all this stuff in there. It's no good for me really, so that'll be a lot better. But the brickwork so far is coming on well. Got a few courses up so far, which is good. So progression is coming on nicely. Not bad for the first day over here, getting stuff sorted, getting familiar with things. And of course we had that downpour this morning. It didn't stop until I've just gone 11, and it's only just gone 1:30 now. So got all my profiles and everything set up, and got a few hundred bricks down there, which is good. So yeah, happy days. Going to crack on this flank, see how far up we can get this one today. Haha. Also, this is my Blake profile that's set up there, and this is your stabilizer. So as you go up, the line tends to pull over, and then eventually your profile will start leaning over. That's because the line's really tight. I like a tight line. I don't like a slack line. You know, when people put lines up with these various different ways and stuff, I like to have a really tight line, because otherwise you end up with a drop in the line. Then you end up with, if you follow it, you end up with a curve in your wall. They say a wall smiling at you, but I prefer a dead straight line. That's the way it should be. That's what the line's there to do. So nice tight lines, nice straight line wall. Lovely. Put my gauge marks on there. I must get some more of that gauge tape. You can actually get gauge tape for them, but this profile. It's been in my garage now for quite a while because I haven't done any extensions for a long time. So I haven't really been using my Blake profile. So yeah, I must get some gauge tape for it. Lovely. Alright, we got a few bricks out here ready for the morning. Boom. And we got this up to 18 courses through here. That's our window reveal at 10.50. 14 courses there. So 4 courses up of that. All the ties in everywhere, ready to roll. Boom, right the way through that flank there. So that's all looking nice. Bosh. Not bad for a first day considering all the rain we had and everything this morning. So let's wake up in the morning from right this spot. As I click my fingers, it'll be morning. Oi oi. And we are back in the room. Yes, good morning ladies and gentlemen, back again. Right, this morning it's got a couple more courses. I'm going to get on this to get this up to 21. And something else I want to go over with you guys is I want to explain the whole job a little bit more for you. So it's not a single story extension what we're doing here, it's actually a double height extension. So it's going right the way up to the gable there, but not all of it, only up to here, where we're going to have a pair of thermalite block walls running through here. Then this part is a single roof coming across. As I said earlier on in the video, this is going to be a study here. Then there's going to be a downstairs toilet here where the soil pipe is there. The door is being changed to there because at the moment this door's going to have to be blocked up, and we're going to have a wall running through here coming off to form our cavity. So there's a few more little bits of information for you. So it's going to be double height. So we will be getting the brickwork right the way up this side. In the end there'll be a band lift obviously through this section here, but on the new build windows are going to be different upstairs. So I can show you on the drawing. So this is the upstairs floor plan. So upstairs we're having another bedroom going up here, one big bedroom and an ensuite. And this is the flat roof area, which will be covered by a flat roof coming across this way. So it's a little bit bigger than what you guys probably first thought. And this is what the back of the house will look like eventually. There we go. That's the rear elevation complete. So that's that. So that is what we're trying to achieve. Right then, first of all then, I'm going to get a gauge of muck on, get the last few courses on here, and I have looked at the weather and it doesn't look that favourable. It looks like we've got 5 hours of rain coming. It looks like it's going to be coming about 9 o'clock. So I'm going to quickly get another gauge on. I've got to put another Perfix on the wall over here. I have one here. I'm going to get another one in there because the last one finished halfway through this brick here, so I'll get another one on there. I might even drill these ones in quickly as well for the internal. But yeah, I'm going to get this on now, get the last 3 courses on this wall, and then we're happy days to take it up to the full height of the first lift. So let's not mess around and get this on. Oi oi. Something I like to do up my reveals to make sure they stay upright. So I just use a simple F clamp. I'll just take a little bit of muck out of the joint here and I'll just clamp my level to it. And we can see there, we're absolutely upright all the way through there. So now I don't have to keep on continuing to level that every single time. I can just set that up once and I know it's going to maintain a nice true upright reveal there. So that's a little tip for everyone. Here we go then. There's my gauge of muck turning. What I'm doing here is what I did. If you want to check out my video of a garden wall, how to build a garden wall, there's a link for it right now, ding, up in the corner. And we're doing exactly the same gauge. 5 shovels of sand, half a bag of cement. Lovely old job. Plus the 20 mil of feb. Don't put too much water in at the beginning. You can always add more water as you go, but I like to get it turning around until it's a big lump, like a big lump of dough, then add a little bit of water just to cream it up a little bit. So there we go. Lovely, lovely old job. There we go, we got some more fur fixes up the wall there. Right up to the top. Fixed in good and solid. Ready for the next bit. I've been putting them up while the mix turns, because it gives it that time you need for the cement to turn around properly. So now I'm going to go back and check the mix. And there we go. Yeah, the mix was absolutely fine. Ready to roll. So now it's time to lay some bricks. Happy days. At this point, I'm quickly laying the last 3 courses on this flank to get it up to the full height.
Talk to me honestly, look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me, say you're a good guy, make me believe it.
Lifting the line 75mm at a time.
I wanna see you, see how, rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice.
So I've reset my profile up here now on this corner. I'm going to pull through to that side. This wall's up to full height as we've just seen. But again, the heavens have opened. I've looked at the weather forecast and it's in for the day. So it looks like an early Friday. We've got our bricks all set up there. I used that gauge up, I only put 1 gauge on this morning because I had looked at the weather, so that's a bit of a nightmare. But we are all set up here. Fur fixes on the wall, profile set up. So I'll be pulling my line. What I'll be doing is I'll lean around here and I'll pin into this brickwork around here and pull it through. I'm going to build it overhand. Then the line will come down to here, around the profile clip that I've got on there, which slides up and down nice and easily. I've set the wall back up to these marks again, so we know that's going to work and coincide with the other side. The line will then come from here right the way through, and we'll hook around this corner, which I've already built. I'm going to get this flank built first in brickwork. I'm going to tail it round like I have this side to the window that's going in here. So I'll build it, so I'll tail out enough, and then I'll get my window reveal. Then once this is built to full height, I can then put a string line from this corner to that corner and pull this section through, setting out my bifold doors, which are 3 meters from around here. It's basically where this piece of timber is. I think it might need a little bit of an adjustment because that piece of timber is 2.4 at the moment, and the bifold doors have been changed to 3 meters now. But it's not going to affect anything on the inside because that's where my internal wall goes, and the extra is going in this section, and there's nothing in here because this is an open plan kitchen. So there's no cupboards or anything that's worktops or anything that are going to interfere with that. They're going to finish a little bit back from the bifold doors, so it's all good. So we know roughly, well, we know exactly what we're doing now and what method I'm going to be using to get this whole thing up and all happy days. I say we've got an internal set coming through here as well, as we saw on the drawing earlier. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, not bad for one man by himself in possibly 6.5 to 7 hours, I think, on site. We've got that all set up. I've done the mixes myself, and we've got all of the profiles set up, a few fur fixes on the wall. and everything. So yeah, it's not a bad start, not a bad start at all. So guys, as you know, please don't forget, if you want to follow this journey from this stage of the extension right the way to the end, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to hit that like as well. And I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Peace out and pow.
Champ, Shannon the Cannon Bridge, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and you watching the real champ, the tricky Bricky. Let's go, champ.